happy to share, reflecting back on some of the other employment opportunities that I've had and the experiences that I've had working in human resources for different organizations. I would say across the board, one of the biggest things that an employer can do to support their caregivers is providing that flexible work environment and or remote work options. By doing so, when you look at a caregiver's day and what they can accomplish without needing A, B, and C, knowing that they have some flexibility with the work piece of it, can really be an amazing value for someone looking for employment or looking to retain their employment, trying to decide whether this is sustainable. Can they stay employed or do they need to leave? One often overlooked option is whether an employer makes intermittent leaves available. We have a leave of absence program, and I would say 80% of our caregivers who have a family medical leave open, it's an intermittent leave. They don't need to be off for 2 months. What they need is for every other Tuesday to be able to go to a medical appointment or to be able to take a day if somebody has a fall or something crops up where they're needed. So just having that additional flexibility of putting an intermittent leave in place communicates that prior approval, if you will, for the necessary time off that comes with being a caregiver. And when it comes to, so that would be more of like the policies that employers can look at. When it comes to benefits that employers can look at, where I saw that our organization had the biggest impact was when we piloted in 2018 a paid caregiver leave program, which provided people with pay during those absences. Many employers say, oh yeah, we offer family medical leave. I bet you do, and there's not necessarily any pay that goes along with that, because sometimes you're caregiving for someone who you can't use your sick time for either, right? So now I'm caregiving, I need to take time off work, and I get that time off, but it's unpaid, so I still can't do it. It's not an option for some individuals. What we did was offered a pilot of 2 weeks of paid time off annually for our caregivers. What that did for us is, first of all, it opened our eyes to how many caregivers we had in our organization. We had used national statistics to try to, estimate whether we could afford to do this in the first place. But then when people responded to that paid time off, it was amazing. And the things we learned as an organization when we had that connection with our employee, because they would come forward for the paid time off. And sometimes we'd talk about it and they really didn't even need time off. They just needed to know that they could put some of that flexibility in place or know where some of the resources were within their community. They just needed support. And we opened up ourselves as an employer to say, human resources is where you can get that support. As an employee, come to human resources. You are a human resource for us. We are a resource to support you. We expanded that program in 2022 to 3 weeks of paid time off, and as of, in 2022, we actually increased it to 6 weeks paid time off annually for caregivers.
I want to run applause for that, because that is incredible.
Thank you.